Hi, I'm Lois and welcome to my channel. Today I woke up and I saw this on my iPhone and it is my 1 year anniversary on YouTube. I cannot believe it's been 1 year. I literally blinked and the year flashed by. Is that similar to your experiences as you grow old and you just blink and you wonder, where did the last 5 years go? Well, I'm in that boat. I'm creating this video to share my insights on being a YouTuber for 1 year. At this point in time, I have 199 subscribers. I wanted to achieve 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours in order to get this channel monetized. However, it slowly became apparent that I did not have the courage and commitment to do one video a week. I thought I'd be uploading a video a week. Going into this, I thought I can do 2 videos a week. But having completed that for about a month and just being so exhausted, I had to step away from filming. And there was no tangible reward for uploading videos, except that I was able to make YouTube friends and also watch other YouTube channels grow. But I think what happened was I took too long of a break in between my videos that I just kind of became stale and I didn't really want to create new videos. At this point, I'm just recording myself to be able to look back on where I was and my experience at that moment in time. So I created this YouTube channel, The Retired Teacher, to film my journey after retiring at 38 years old. Now, I retired as a teacher in the summer of 2024, which is approaching 2 years now. I didn't create this YouTube channel until several months into my retirement, and that's because I was just exploring what it was like to not have time commitments and to write sub-plans and to have those daily responsibilities that I lived for every single day. So when I created this channel, I wanted to document kind of my journey after quitting my job and being able to look back at where I was at certain points after retiring. I don't find a lot of people like me who retired early, but let's talk about what it's been like to have a YouTube channel for 1 year. Now, many people have asked me, what do you do for a living? And I don't really have the courage to say, I film myself, I'm a YouTuber. I feel like I have so much more to learn. YouTube is just a vast ocean and people are on there creating content. People are soaking everything in and it's just information upon information. And I feel like when I create videos like this, I need to provide some type of information for my audience. And so having a YouTube channel is a great motivator if you want to start something and grow a community of people who share the same ideas or interests. I have to write my notes on my phone because I don't even know what I'm sharing and I can go off on tangent upon tangent. So this is how I keep myself organized. Let me go through my list of things. The first thing is when I started off creating this YouTube channel, I had very high expectations. I was watching YouTubers who were creating content every single week, 2 videos a week, and garnering all this attention, all these views, all these subscribers. And so my goal was to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch time hours within a few months. Well, my goals were very, very lofty. Needless to say, it's been a year and I have 199 subscribers and just about 400 watch time hours. In a sense, I've failed miserably, but I always have to look on the bright side of things because if I'm going to be depressed about the number of views I get or the hours, watch time hours I'm getting, or any other downfall, then what a miserable life, right? I'm constantly having to shift my bar and feel motivated to film not just because I want to set a goal for myself and obtain a goal, but to be able to share my experiences and genuinely care for you, genuinely care for the person on the other side of this camera who is wanting to learn from my experiences. So that's how I'm approaching YouTube these days. Having worked for 12 years, it was very hard for me to balance being a teacher, a working professional, and being a mom. And so I felt like I needed to choose one. And here I am trying to document that. The second thing I learned about YouTube is that I needed to figure out a niche. I hear all these YouTubers, veteran YouTubers who've been on here for years and years and years talk about finding a niche. And honestly, I didn't know what my niche is. I don't even know what it is now. So I'm just picking and choosing what videos are getting tons of views and trying to go off of those topics. And I think it's been pretty good. If you're wanting to start a channel and people are telling you, find a niche, just start posting all sorts of videos. I mean, do a cartwheel, sing and dance, do some basket weaving. I don't know. Do something that you're interested in and see if there is a community of people who are interested in that. That's what I'm doing. The third thing I learned about being on YouTube is that you will get so many different opinions. Yes, opinions from people with different experiences, people even judging you. But I've realized just to block them, and that's it. That's the end of it. I've dealt with negativity for all my working years. Every aspect of everything seems to be negative. But this is what one of my coworkers said back when I was teaching. If they're not paying rent, then evict them. And that's what I started doing when the negative voices come into my brain and fog my way of thinking or my perspective. Evict them. You don't belong there because you're not paying your rent. And frankly, I don't have time or energy to deal with negative people, negative thoughts, so I just try to look on the bright side of things. One person even commented that I was using AI and that I'm not a real person. I can assure you that I am a real person. I don't know how to prove that, but I am a real person. And the fact that AI is just everywhere and you see all these people creating YouTube channels with AI is just bonkers. It's crazy. But I think for me, this channel is an outlet for me to share my experiences, like I said, my path of life. And if you're in the similar path of life, then join me in this journey. The fourth thing I learned about YouTube is that you can make so many wonderful friends on YouTube. I just think it's absolutely incredible that I get to connect with people who are not in my city, but out of state and even out of the country, who have very similar interests as me, building wealth, figuring out our financial journey, figuring out our financial goals for the future, raising families, and just living life. It's so incredible because I'm mostly home all day long every day, or at the parks or at trampoline parks, just kind of walking around, but I don't really leave my city very often. And so I think it's incredible to be able to connect with people with very similar interests who live out of state, who are walking this similar journey that I'm walking, and yet we're in different locations. It's absolutely incredible. The fifth thing that I learned about YouTube is that it is a great platform to share your unique perspective and your unique experiences on life in general. I mean, you can talk about religion, you can talk about how to swim, how to garden, how to grow a YouTube channel, how to be a student, how to be a doctor. I mean, whatever skill you have, you can share that with the world. And that is just so incredible. I talked extensively about building wealth, getting out of debt in my earlier YouTube videos, And I thought that was just such a great thing to do, to be able to share and inspire some of you who are out there who are maybe walking this journey and are years behind me, or maybe many years ahead of me, or maybe in the same years that I'm living through. Every person is so unique in their journeys, and you are absolutely incredible. The life you have lived and the life that you're living now, you need to broadcast that on YouTube, because there are other people out there who are struggling to want to become like you, or who are struggling in the same path that you are struggling currently. And to be able to connect with those people is absolutely insane. So, with that, I will continue to post on YouTube. It is very rare for our house to be this quiet. I have a baby sleeping in her room, and 3 of my children are in sports. My husband's taking them. And so, a quiet home like this is very unusual. Whenever I have a moment like this, I am going to record myself, and I will hopefully be able to share more and more of these personal experiences with you. Thank you for following along with my journey. Have a nice day.